Very excited. It's a project over this past few years that has really tried to develop and push forward, and you can see the progression from the outside. And for me now to come on board and be part of the initial future is exciting for me.
And just talk to us a bit about how this came about. Did you meet Mick maybe through coaching badges, or how did the roles sort of come about?
Well, I know I've known Mick actually. Would have played against Mick whenever I was a nipper, and he was a nipper too. So I sort of knew him then. I've got to know him a little bit more since he's returned to the Irish League. Not greatly, but I spoke to him during the season, and he had half mentioned that they had been looking for somebody, and my name had came up, but it was just after I sort of went to Warren Point. So it was something we put at the back of our mind very, very quickly, and focused on the job that we had at that stage. And I was in this past week, he's touched base with me again, because he's obviously still looking for somebody to come in a coaching capacity to work along with the first team and try to help him on the pitch. So it's something that I'm looking forward to.
And you've come down today and you've got a wee chance to look about the Oval that really speaks for itself. What have you thought of things so far?
There's great history here. You only have to look around this room and here to see the history that the club has. And we want to try and we'll want to try and add to that as a group. Mick will want to try and add to it as a manager, and we'll do our utmost and to assist that as best as we possibly can. You look at Mick and you look at Wendy. They're two people who have a lot of experience. I want to sort of try and pick Mick's brains as well with his experience that he's had over the years, because he's lived a dream as such in some of the things that he's done. So hopefully with what Glentoran has done in the past, hopefully we can add to it in the future.
And just talk to us a bit about some of the experiences you've had so far, and also over the last year you were with Warren Point. And
well, my career, obviously, I was a full-time footballer. I went to England whenever I was 15, 16 years of age, to Liverpool. I spent 10 years in England, various clubs, finishing up at Fulham. I came home, I played Irish League football for Glenavon and Dungannon Swifts. I coached Dungannon Swifts and managed Dungannon Swifts, and managed to manage them to Balmaclean League Cup success. From that I got an opportunity to go to Coleraine as manager, which just wasn't as successful. It didn't pan out the way that we wanted it to. So I was out of the game for a year and a bit, and then I got the opportunity to go in Warren Point, which I was extremely grateful for. It got me back into the game, it got my foot in the door. It was an opportunity provided by Barry Gray, which I appreciate, and I thoroughly enjoyed my time at Warren Point. But I just felt whenever this opportunity came up, it was too good of an opportunity to overlook and not to have a rattle at. And
you're thrown into the deep end. Our first game's going to be in Europe, but that's something really to look forward to.
I think that has to be one of the things that draws you to a club like Glentoran, is the European football. Hopefully we can get a favourable draw, and it'll not be our last tie in Europe this season. But being involved in European football is going to add to my experience of coaching, being part of a coaching setup that is going to approach a European game, something which is great, and we look forward to that.